ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to have the tons of light off, we want to introduce this special individual and we want to welcome him to the stage. So when he does come up with the stage, I would like everyone to please get on your foot, stand up and give him a massive, massive round of applause.
Several years involved in Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency community, he watched on the sideline as cloud mining companies came and went, saw a huge opportunity to offer a legitimate and trusted cloud mining service. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome the Director of Sales and the co-founder of Genesis Mining, Mr. Jakov Dolic.
Hello guys, can you hear me? Yes. Fortunately, I can't see you because I'm a little bit nervous, as you can imagine. Thank you for introduction. My name is Jakov Dolic, as you can read here. I'm one of the co-founders of Genesis Mining. And actually, I was thinking, what should I tell you today? What are you maybe interested in? And I decided to explain you my personal story, how I got involved into cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. It was 2012, and one of my brothers was gaming on some Asian poker website, and he won $1,000. And he told me there's an option for a payout in Bitcoin or US dollars. And he asked me, what should I do? And I told him, don't take this monopoly money, Bitcoin, take US dollars. This was my reaction in 2012. I had no clue about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, nothing. I'm a civil engineer, so I'm a career changer. At this time, I had a company in Germany. This company is still active. My brother is leading it now. And I forgot about Bitcoin. This was my first contact in 2012. A couple of months later, it's end of 2012, beginning of 2013, I was visiting my cousin in Croatia. He's a computer scientist. And a friend of him came back from Hong Kong from a conference. And he was so excited about this Bitcoin. And then I again heard about Bitcoin. And I asked him, hey, why are you so excited about Bitcoin? And he told me some key points. Bitcoin is not controlled by any single entity. It's not controlled by any central bank, by any company, by any person. You can send money. Nobody can stop it. It's absolutely limited in supply, similar to gold. It's even better than gold because you can dig out always some gold. Uncontrolled, somebody can be lucky and find gold, but you can't be lucky and find a huge amount of Bitcoins. It's absolutely limited. These key points triggered my interest. I was living in Germany at this time, driving back from Croatia, and I was surfing, you shouldn't do it of course, in your car, but I was surfing on my mobile phone, searching for a possibility where I can get these Bitcoins. So I wanted to get it, to buy it, to have it. I found a website called localbitcoins.com. Maybe some of you know it. And there is a ranking of people selling Bitcoins. And I was living at a village in Germany, 100 kilometers away from Munich. And nobody in this village, of course, sold Bitcoin. But in Munich, there have been 3 persons at this time selling Bitcoin. And I chose the person with the highest ranking. I contacted him on a chat and asked him, could you please sell me some Bitcoins and can we meet in Munich? And said, of course. How many Bitcoins do you want to buy and how much money do you want to invest? It was a decent amount. It was 20,000 euros at this time. And said, okay, let's meet in Munich. and we will make the deal. So we met in Munich on a public, actually it was a pretty shady situation, I have to admit. It was on a parking lot in Munich. I was waiting in my car, and I thought, I'm really crazy what I'm doing now. It was dark outside, it was raining, and the guy came with a bicycle. And I thought, oh shit. I forgot to mention my wife was also with me in the car. I told her I will buy some digital stuff. I don't know anything about it, but let's buy the stuff and go to dinner after it. This was explanation for my wife. Why should she join me to this deal? Actually, she sat in the back of the car, and I was sitting in the front. So the guy entered my car, and I put the money in the middle of the dashboard so he could see the cash. And I was waiting. I didn't have a clue how to accept these bitcoins or how to get it. So actually, as I told him, please, could you help me to set up a wallet? I don't have a clue. And he looked at me. He was really also surprised, because somebody who has 20,000 euros and wants to buy Bitcoin has no clue how to set up a Bitcoin wallet. And he helped me. We set up a Bitcoin wallet. And then he sent me this amount of Bitcoins to my Bitcoin wallet. And then we waited 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, 1 hour, and the Bitcoins didn't arrive. It was really a strange situation. I could really feel what my wife was thinking in the back. 2 hours, 3 hours later, the guy said, okay, there is a mistake, or there's a problem. I have sent you the coins, not from my personal wallet, it's sent from Mt. Gox. Maybe you've heard about this company. It's an exchange in Japan, not existing anymore. But at this time, it was the biggest exchange for Bitcoin. And he has sent me the Bitcoin from this exchange, and this exchange didn't execute the transaction. And he told me, okay, let's make it like this. I don't know when these Bitcoins will arrive. Let's write down on a paper, on a small page, you, Jakov Dolic, owe me that amount of money for this amount of Bitcoins. And when these Bitcoins arrive, call me, and you will give me the money later. I said, okay. And I went home. I think I've watched this Bitcoin wallet for 500 times a day. First day, nothing. Second day, nothing. And the third day, these Bitcoins really arrived. So I saw it. Oh, really? Some numbers in my wallet. I called my supplier of Bitcoins and said, okay, let's meet again. I will bring you the cash for the Bitcoin, for the first one, and I will bring you additional cash for the next buy. I said, okay, let's meet again. We did it. And in parallel, as I was in the construction business, and I was self-employed, I had around 200 people in my company, and I had a lot of friends who had similar companies. We have been meeting once a week and drinking coffee and talking, joking, and so on. And I told them about Bitcoin and in what I have invested, and I was some kind of joke in the group, you know. A guy who is from construction business and investing in some digital currencies. Crazy, completely crazy. And every time we have been meeting, the first question when they saw me, how much money did you lose with Bitcoin, with your Bitcoin? And it was a funny situation because at this time, Bitcoin doubled weekly from the price. So every time when I walked into the group, into the room, they asked me, hey, Jakov, how much money did you lose? I said, no, I didn't lose money, it doubled from last week. And it doubled and doubled again. I think the fourth time, after 4 weeks later, let's say like this, 4 weeks later, one of these guys didn't ask me how much money I lost. He brought me cash. He said, here's cash. Please buy Bitcoin for me. I don't know, I don't have a clue how to do it. Please set up a wallet for me, buy it, and take a commission or whatever, but please bring me Bitcoin. So it started. So within, I would say, another 2 months, these people started talking to each other. Not only my friends, friends of their friends, friends of their friends. It was some kind of MLM, I would say. not intentionally pushed, but it happened. And in one point of time, I felt like a drug dealer, believe me. I was driving one time in Munich in the evening, and I had a huge amount of cash with me. Not my money, it's money from maybe hundreds of people. And I was thinking, shit, what should I tell the police when they stop me now? Where is this money from and for what is it? And this was also some kind of key moment for me. I met again with my suppliers. And I will tell you one secret. My supplier or my suppliers at this time are now my partners in the company. So Marco Streng and Marco Krohn are the guys who supplied me with Bitcoin at this time. And I told them, guys, this was really a funny couple of weeks. We earned some money, took some commission on the deals, but I don't think it's right what we are doing now. Let's do something serious, or let's stop it. And we said, okay, we'll stop it. No deals, no cash deals anymore in Munich in these amounts. And 1 week later, I was in Munich because of business in my construction company, and I called Marco Streng. He was a student at this time. He's a mathematician, and he was living in a student's home. And next to his student's home, there was a small cafe. We met, and I told him, Marco, what's going on now? What's going on with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? Is there something we can do? Something serious? And he told me, Jakov, here's a picture. And he showed me a picture of a plastic box. Inside a plastic box, 1 motherboard and 3 GPUs. If you don't know what GPUs are, these graphic cards. So graphic cards, normally you have 1 in your computer. He showed me a picture of one motherboard and 3 GPUs. And he told me at this time, it's not about Bitcoin, it's about Litecoin. And why Litecoin? Because it was very interesting to mine at this time. And the period in end of 2013, when Bitcoin rose from $100 to $1,000, Litecoin went from 1 to 50. So Bitcoin times 10, Litecoin times 50. It was very profitable to mine. And he said to me, this makes ROI, return of investment, in 1 month at this time. And I told him, can we make it big? Not only 3 GPUs, can we buy a lot of these GPUs and make it very, very big? He said, yes, of course. I said, okay, let's do it. We took really all our money, what we had, all liquidity, all of our 3s. We bought all GPUs in Germany available and suitable for mining Litecoin. And then I was searching for the cheapest electricity, because you need electricity to run all these GPUs. And I found a country called Bosnia. It was the cheapest, it still is the cheapest electricity in Europe. And by chance, I'm born in Bosnia. And I called some friends and colleagues and told them, please find a building and 1 megawatt of electricity. I need it urgently. And they thought I'm crazy. Who needs 1 megawatt in Bosnia for some business? Bosnia, there's no business, you know. I thought, no, it's really serious. I've got a lot of computers and I have urgently to deploy it somewhere. 3 days later, my friends called me from Bosnia and said, okay, you can come visit us. We have a facility, we have 1 megawatt. We signed a contract for the rental. We created a company that we can import all these GPUs and hardware to Bosnia. And then we started, it was like an adventure for me and for all of us. Me, Marco Streng, Marco Krohn, and we had a couple of friends. We have been, for 4 weeks, we deployed and built this farm with our own hands. It was really us, ourselves. And it was so funny because it was a small village where this was happening. And the people from the village came to us regularly and asking, what are you guys doing here? It was so strange, you know, Bosnia, some guys from Germany investing a lot of money in computers and building it up in a strange way. They didn't understand. And I joked, of course, I can talk to these people in their language. And I told them, we are printing money. and every time when they came, I told them the same story. It's some kind of joke, but it's true. Again, after a couple of weeks, we have spent 4 or 5 weeks to build up the first farm. And some rich guy came to us, some richer guy of this region, and we knew that he was rich. And he came, said, I don't know what you're doing here, but you're telling people you're printing money. Here is my money. Please invest in also. Could you please take my money and make this farm bigger, or this computer bigger, so that I can also print money, my money. And we said, okay, let's do it. And we did it. And then, actually, the idea of Genesis Mining was born, because we thought, okay, when some guy in Bosnia, in some village, has interest to invest money in a mining farm, maybe there is a global need worldwide for this. And then we created the first version of Genesis Mining, of the website, launched it in the beginning of 2014. And this is how the story started. In 2000, and I don't know if this works. It's not important, actually. So, this is actually how Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, but how Genesis Mining started operations. Oh, now it works. So this is a picture of Iceland. It runs. Sorry. Can I stop it somehow? I'm really not talented at this. Okay, here's just a slide, a small slide with, people, especially people who are very successful in some field, tend to be very, it's again, back. Can somebody tell me? Okay. People tend not to believe in new things. And this is only one example here from Ford company. The horse is here to stay, but the automobile is just a novelty affair. This is what the president of the Michigan Savings Bank told Henry Ford's lawyer, and who was asking if he should invest in the Ford company. And he told him, of course not. Automobiles are stupid. The same thing is happening currently to cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and so on. In November 2013, the former Federal Reserve Chairman, Alan Greenspan, said Bitcoin is a bubble. It has no intrinsic value. But 2 years later, the first financial institutions like USAA, this is the Army Bank in US Army Bank in the States, and BBVA, second largest bank in Spain, invested in Coinbase. It's an exchange in US. And in 2017, we reached in August $4,500 per Bitcoin. So things are moving forward, even if people don't believe it or don't believe in it. And we at Genesis Mining, what are we doing? We are, as I said, we are taking people's money, buying hardware, and we are running, maintaining, and servicing it. So we are actually a service provider, and this is what we will do also for Omnia. So the money what you are collecting, this money will go directly into hardware. It will be owned by Omnia, and we will service it. Currently, our platform offers 6 mining algorithms and 15 mineable cryptocurrencies. So we are not only rated on Bitcoin, of course, also we offer Bitcoin mining, but also Dash, Ethereum, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and different coins. So there's a variety. Here a short overview of our growth. In 2014, when we started, we had 25,000 customers. 2015, 250,000 customers. 2016, 500,000 customers. And now it's not true 1 million. We have currently 1.3 million customers right now. Thank you. And this number is growing by 5,000 customers per day, only on our platform. So we have 5,000 people per day who are willing to buy hash power. Here are some key aspects of mining. What is important actually to be successful in this business? As a miner, you have, or as an investor, you have to know the money is going into the hardware. It's the first step. So you buy hardware, but what kind of hardware do you buy? Of course, the best one. But what does it mean? The best hardware is the most efficient one. So efficient in a way that means how many calculations can you do with 1 joule or with 1 watt? So this means efficient. And this is the most important factor in the long run. You have to choose hardware that makes the most calculations with one unit of energy. This is point number 1 and the main most important factor. The second important factor is the price of electricity, because you are investing permanently in a resource called electricity, and of course you have to pay for it. So efficiency of hardware, number 1, price of electricity, number 2, are key factors for success in the long run. And you see here a small overview. You have, of course, not all people or not all miners worldwide have the same hardware. Not all people have the same price of electricity. You have better conditions and worse conditions. And you see the green line is a group of miners with the lowest efficiency. They will drop out very early and have no income. But then an interesting thing happens. When they drop out, the groups with higher efficiency earn more because they have less competition. It's all about competition. It's a worldwide competition. All are competing to get a pie of the daily created coins. And the less people are mining, the more you get it. So if the green group drops out, you get more. Then after some time, the medium efficient miner, we called it like this, for example, when they drop out, you see the blue line goes even more up. So you earn more. So interesting to know, high efficiency hardware, low electricity prices, and you are good to go. So you are very good to go in the future. This is one example of a Bitcoin facility we have built in Iceland in 2015. What you see here are Spondulis miners, special machines to mine Bitcoin. You have to know there are special for some algorithms like Bitcoin. You have to have special machines. It's so-called ASIC machines. For Bitcoin, we use Spondulis at this time. I still didn't get it how it works here. Oh, okay. This is one example of X11 mining farm. X11 is an algorithm based on this algorithm is Dashes based, for example, very famous coin. It's a GPU farm also located in Iceland. And this is the facility you have been in. You have been visiting we call it the Enigma farm. And actually what you see here on the picture is not the full farm. It's the half of one building. And we have in total 3 buildings in Iceland. And for you to know, in Iceland, this is also only a fraction of mining equipment that we are running. In total, we are mining with over 200 megawatts worldwide. What you see here on the picture, this is actually only 5 megawatts. So you can imagine 200 megawatts is a lot more what we are running currently. Thank you. This is only a short overview. Of course, if you grow that big, it's not hard to build up and run 10 rigs, 10 computers, or even 50. It's not that big. It's not rocket science. But if you get on a level where you have to deploy 10,000 computers. And not only to deploy and build up, but also to monitor and to make service, because computers, you know, at home, sometimes they fail. They don't do anything. They freeze, you know. Same thing happens to miners, to GPU stuff. And we needed a solution because we saw Chinese competitors, they had people sleeping in the mining farms, but we didn't do it to our people. So we had decided to go a more sophisticated way. We developed the software, sorry. It's called Genesis Hive. It's a monitoring software. It's actually the only monitoring software and deploying software and servicing software that I know from. We have created it ourselves. With this software solution, we manage all mining farms worldwide, and we have everything under control. So it's a unique feature only for us. Next one, also just a picture of the Enigma farm, and thank you. That's it.
All right, so we're not letting him go yet. We said, okay, after you finish, you still need to stay on the stage for us. So, guys, are we learning something from Jakov today? Shall we give him one more time for being with us? Thank you, Jakov. I mean, you can take a seat, and we're going to ask Jakov some questions. And I believe some of the questions are really, really important. And we want to ask Jakov these questions. If we can get another microphone. We want to ask him these important questions, I believe, as we go to build this business. Because in the end, I believe in this room, there are two types of people. One, you simply just want to be a customer, and you want to get the profit from the mining of cryptocurrency. With whatever money that you have, whatever you can afford, you buy some hashing power with Omnia, and you mine. And there's others are like us. It's not enough for them. They want to build a business. Because it's an opportunity. How many people in this room are opportunity seekers? You look for opportunities. I mean, this is a great opportunity for us to build a business, yes or yes. So what we want to know, we want to get 100% confidence about our product. And since the man himself is here with us, we can ask him some really important questions. So when we go out there in the field, we don't have to defend ourselves or defend our product. We can simply refer back to the video. And this will be recorded. So we obviously going to ask Jakov some questions, and we're going to obviously go through some of the questions right now with Jakov.
Okay, so thank you very much, Jakov. Really, really appreciate your time, because recently, I believe you got involved in an accident, and he's still here with us because he made a commitment to be here. That's real commitment. So let's give him a big round of applause again. Thank you very much. So I have this first question. Of course, when we get involved in network marketing, especially people's business, and sometimes we can't really control what people say when they go out there and present this opportunity. So one thing for certain that we know that Omnia is not started by Genesis Mining. It's not started by Jakov. Omnia is a separate company. And now we know for a fact that when we sometimes say partner, people, I realize, kind of have their own definition of what that means. So they would automatically, some people assume that, okay, maybe Genesis Mining has started it, but that's not the case. So my question to you, Jakov, is that, can you please explain us what is the role that you're playing? I know you have already done it, but just to clarify, so that you can call it however you want. We can't stop you. We can only advise you. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to, what is Genesis really providing for us? That's what matters to me, right? So, Jakov, can you please explain us the full service? What is this full service that you provide for Omnia? Thank you.
Hello? Yes, you can hear me. Again, I told it before, but here again for confirmation. So we at Genesis Mining, we will accept orders from Omnia. We will let you buy hardware from Genesis Mining. We will run this hardware in our facilities. We will maintain it. We will service it. And what is important, this when we see opportunity, for example, there are always opportunities in this market because it's changing so fast. Everything. When we see special opportunities and we think, okay, you should tell your friends or let's say partners. Again, it's not maybe not the right term, but if you have a relationship, a business relationship with people, you will advise them if you can in a positive way. And when we see that there is an opportunity, and we will definitely tell also Omnia what to mine, what to keep, what to hold on coins, and so on. So what I would do to my friends and to my nearest persons around me, the same thing I would do for Omnia.
You want to ask the second? Okay. So my next question is, as we know that it's just been 30 days and we're in the pre-launch. Today is the first launch of Omnia. And it's definitely growing very, very fast, faster than we expected. So my question is, as Omnia is growing fast and it will grow a lot faster after today, can Genesis Mining handle the growth of Omnia and meet the demand?
This is a very good question. We have been struggling in the past, even with our platform, to keep up with the demand, to be honest. And we had to shut down sometimes our platform or the products because we couldn't keep up with the demand. But believe me, we are reaching new highs and new levels of business. One of the bigger restrictions are the availability of electricity. How much electricity can you get? Facilities, hardware, and so on. We are working on all these fields very heavily to develop it. One example, we just purchased one power plant for us with over 100 megawatts, and to be sure that we can get this amount of electricity for our customers. And we are working, as I said, in all fields to scale the business.
So we are working with the best of the best in this industry.
I hope so.
Okay, so my next question, just a few more to go. In the future, so we know that one thing that Omnia is not renting hash power or anything like that because they're owning it, I believe?
Yes, Omnia is owning the hardware, and Omnia, we have a contract with Omnia. Omnia has the right to claim the hardware at any time. So you can take your hardware. If you don't like Genesis Mining anymore, you take your hardware and bring it somewhere else.
Awesome. So basically, yeah.
We're not renting any hash power.
So we are not renting hash power, guys. Just to clarify.
You are really owning the hardware.
Yeah. So when you buy something from us, it's like you're buying directly from the manufacturer.
Yes.
If I'm fair to say. So in the future, for whatever reason, let's say you decided to take a break. I don't think you will, but just saying if you decided to take a break from this whole mining thing, what would happen to the hardware of Omnia that they have bought? Because we don't want to take a break.
Actually, we have a contract with you and a maintenance contract. So there are two contracts. There's a purchasing contract of the hardware and the maintaining contract. So we have a contract as a company, and we have to fulfill the contract, of course. In the worst case, what can happen is that you cannot buy new hardware or scale further. This is the worst case. But the hardware, what is already bought, will run. So there is no issue about this.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Any more questions?
One last question, obviously, I have. Can you guys hear me? No, you don't? Okay, I'll use the mic. Okay, so one last question that I have is, a lot of people have different sort of assumption about, mining. Like mining is not going to be around for a year down the line. Or people have different assumptions. Some have knowledge, some don't have knowledge at all, but still the opinions are always out there, right? So, as the expert in the field, Jakov, we want to ask you this question: that how do you see, as a cloud mining company, the future of cloud mining and as the future of mining?
Yes, I see this whole thing only growing currently, And if you reduce it to what we are doing, the basic things are what we are creating is we are building facilities. I like the term calculating factories. It's factories that are doing calculations in the end. Currently, we are using it for cryptocurrencies, but we are also aware that we should diversify as a business. In our business model, should never be only focused on one single source of income. In this case, cryptocurrencies. We are working heavily on solutions and investigating markets, how we can utilize the hardware what we already have for different purposes. And I promise you that in the near future, we will be able to offer also with the hardware that you will be buying at us, different services. Different services means different sources of income. For example, you can create GPU rigs. You can mine Ethereum with them, Zcash, but also you can power AI, artificial intelligence, or do rendering with it, power virtual realities, and so on. These are completely different fields. One example how powerful these fields are, you all know a company called Amazon, right? Yeah. Do you know that they are offering cloud service? Yes. Do you know that their cloud service is creating more than 50% of their income? Are you aware of it? Yeah, it's really true. So Amazon is known for all stuff, but nobody would believe that the most money that they're earning from renting out hashing power. Actually, they are renting it out for special needs, not for cryptocurrencies, and they are absolutely not competitive to us, for example, if they would try to mine cryptocurrencies because of their cost structure. But this is only one example how powerful this economy can grow, and I'm pretty sure that we will meet maybe in 1 year or in 2 years, and we will be talking not only about mining cryptocurrency, we will be talking about powering artificial intelligence, about rendering, and all this other stuff, what you can do with your hardware.
Wow, are you guys excited? I'm sitting here right now and I'm thinking, man, I always like to hear from the expert. Do you guys feel that sometimes? You sit down, someone like, thank you. Now, this is so special. So, we appreciate, obviously, Jakov for being here right now. I just want to share with you guys a quick story. Jakov actually had a bike accident.
Yes. I had a very severe accident, and I'm here still sitting with painkillers, so it's not over completely. I broke 17. I had 17 broken ribs, and a lot of different stuff in my body. But it's okay. It's 5 weeks ago. I'm here. I'm alive. All parts are here, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I met Robert a couple of months ago, and I was skeptic in the beginning, but when I see what is created in this short time, I believe in Omnia, I would say. Woo! I think you guys really have the power to bring something very special to the market.
Wow. Okay, well, guys, I just want to say, by the way, wait for the training that's going to be coming up. I'll be on the stage during training. And I want to just briefly say a commitment. I mean, Jakov gave his word before the accident, right, that you're going to be here.
Yes.
And the accident took place, and I was like, is Jakov okay? I'm thinking back in my head, will he make it to the event? like we told everyone, will he make it to the event? And
actually, the accident happened 1 week before you went to Iceland. The
yeah.
plan was that I meet you in Iceland. And believe me, I was without consciousness. So I fell down a cliff 10 meters with my bike. And the first thing, believe me, what I had in my head, waking up is, shit, next week Iceland. How can I do it?
Guys, it really means a lot to have Jakov here. I mean, believe me, this is real commitment. He doesn't have to be here today right now. You guys agree? but he came here for us because he gave his word. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further delay, let's give him one more massive round of applause to Mr. Jakov Dolic. Thank you very much for being here with us right now. Thank you.
Thank you for having me here.